Hi, my name is Rich Greenberg. I'm here with my colleague Linda Carlozzi. We're principals with Jackson Lewis, and we were just excited to speak at the SHRM New York event on a legal and legislative update. We focused on a bunch of issues. In a moment, Linda's going to talk about some developments under the NLRB and action items for 2018 and 2017, even before then. But things I would like to mention really fall into three categories. The first is the continuing difference between state, city, and federal legislation, and how all human resource professionals with responsibilities in New York City need to keep abreast of these issues, especially with the very active New York City Council. More changes are expected in the next year, including changes to employment applications, as well as potential flexible scheduling. Further issues are coming into play that we all need to be aware of. Commencing in 2008, New York will have paid family leave. What that will mean is beginning in 2017, employers are going to have to start making wage deductions from employees' checks for this purpose. And by 2018, we'll need to develop policies implementing the new paid family leave initiative. And on a federal level, a big change that employers are going to have to deal with is the new EEO-1 filing requirements that will be effective for employers with over 100 or more employees. Were effective in the first quarter of 2018 or thereabouts. Employers are going to have to submit very detailed information, including salary information, and employers that don't start planning their collection methodologies immediately are going to be behind the 8 ball on those issues. Being a human resource professional just gets harder and harder. It's an area where there's no level of certainty in decisions, and judgment calls are key, and trusting one's instincts and being able to spot issues is the most important thing around. Linda?
So my focus was with the National Labor Relations Act and the National Labor Relations Board. The agency, we've seen increased activity by the agency regarding a number of areas. First and foremost for HR professionals, whether you're in a fully unionized workforce, a partially unionized workforce, or union-free, the National Labor Relations Act may apply to you. The NLRB, it continues to scrutinize policies for employers, their handbooks, policies regarding confidentiality, regarding what may and may not be discussed, employees' restrictions on speaking to the media, publicity. There's a host of rules and regulations that the Labor Board is continually challenged, and we believe they will continue to do so because they believe that these types of rules interfere with employees' Section 7 rights to join, form, organize a union, or to engage in protected, concerted activity, which is for the mutual aid and benefit of their coworkers. So that is one area that we continue to see the Labor Board very active. In addition, we are seeing some changes in some long-standing cases for those who are in unionized environments or facilities that are about to be unionized. For example, a recent case, Columbia University overturned long-standing precedent regarding student assistants, graduate assistants, and whether or not they were statutory employees. The Labor Board found now that they are statutory employees and can organize. In addition, sort of a continuation of the Labor Board's rulings regarding joint employer and broadening the factors and the rule regarding joint employer status, we now see in the Miller-Anderson decision, the Labor Board has said that you can have a situation where employees of the employer as well as employees who are from outsourced to another employer may be organized in one unit as long as they share a community of interest. It obviously becomes very complicated in this area, and as Rich said, it's very difficult being an HR professional, but the best rule of thumb is to get all the facts and absolutely seek outside counsel if you have any questions. The rules and the cases are changing every week. We see something, and trying to keep up with the trends is very challenging these days.